What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. We're back again with another Leeds latest video to speak about all the latest rumours, gossip and news around Elland Road. If you haven't already, make sure you're smashing that like button and hitting subscribe to the channel. Plenty to get into today. We're going to speak about Nikola Krstović, who looks like there's an agreement in place with him. We've heard about him for a couple of weeks, but we'll speak about it a little bit further on. Illan Meslier as well. Looks like his time at Leeds United is coming to an end. Talks about him moving to Turkey. And then also Barron Cross has reported as well a potential contract update for Dan James as well. But before we do get into the video, guys, I do want to say thanks very much to our channel sponsors, Match Bingo, for sponsoring Only Leeds Bros. To get involved, all you have to do is scan that QR code down the bottom right hand corner of your screen, or if you hit the affiliate link in the description below to get involved. It doesn't have to be Leeds United matches, it can be all day. Any games that's going on, you can get involved on Match Bingo as well. All good fun, but do remember to gamble responsibly. And then also, the Leeds Creator Cup takes place on the 20th of July in the John Charles Community Force Sports Stadium. All your favourite Leeds United content creators will be there. We take to the field in aid of Prostate Cancer UK. Excuse me. In aid of Prostate Cancer UK. Tickets are only £7 for adults and £3 for kids. Every ticket that's bought goes directly straight to Prostate Cancer UK because the event is covered by the event sponsors as well. So it's very, very important. If you're looking for a great day out, make sure you come down and support it. It's all for a great cause, and it's going to be a family fun day. So make sure you get your tickets. Looking forward to seeing you all there. But let's get into the video. Let's not hang about. The first one we just have to speak about because it's been rumbling on and rumbling on. It is Nikola Krstović again from Lecce. For me, I've looked at him and looked at him and looked at him, guys, and this is the type of striker Leeds United need to be looking at. We know we have Nemecha brought in. People are saying very underwhelming, but we did find out then that he is brought in as a squad player and a backup, and Leeds United are still looking at a number 9. We also did see a bid rejected as well from Fulham from Muniz as well for £32 million. Massive, massive bid gone out for him. So it looks like Leeds United, after turning their attention elsewhere to Krstović, only 25 years of age, guys, 11 goals last season, played 37 times for Lecce. Strong, physical sort of centre forward, very well dynamic, good in the press. And again, it's that type of player that Leeds United seem to be looking at this season. Strong, physical, can kind of put themselves about in the Premier League. We really do have that identity kind of nailed down of what we're looking at this season. And I think he fits the bill for Leeds United. I've looked into him. If you can, I know YouTube was nothing to go by, but just look at some of his clips. Not more so his goals, but his general kind of all-round play is very, very good. And it could really benefit Leeds United. But it has been said by reports that there is an agreement in place for the number 9 striker. A fee in £19.6 million. Not bad. It's a long way off that 32 million that we did see for Muniz as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this one rumbles on. Joe Donoghue from the YEP has scrapped this one, said there's been absolutely no contact. But then there's all reports then coming out of Italy from Sasha Tavolieri has been constantly saying this. Leeds United are in talks and are interested in Krstović, and it has then came out today that an agreement is in place. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one develops over the next week. Could this be Leeds United's tour signing in the door? I'm feeling that's the route we might go down now, is just keep ticking them off the box, get them in the door as we go along, because we know the season is going to come thick and fast. I think it's 53 days before that first game against Everton. The lads are back in pre-season training on the 7th of July. So it's very important Leeds United get their squad, get the players in early so we can get them ready and adapted to this team and how we're going to play for Daniel Farke. So part of to get a good pre-season underneath their belt. So in a very interesting one there in Krstović, we'll keep an eye on that and see how that develops over the next couple of weeks. So excuse me, tickling me throat ever since I started this. Next up is Illan Meslier, and are we eventually about to see the back of Illan Meslier? It looks all but possible. This is the first real credible links that we've seen, and it has been reported that Leeds United have been in contact with Fenerbahce about a potential move for Illan Meslier. Very interesting one, guys. We know Jose Mourinho is out there at Fenerbahce. I've seen a couple of social media posts saying, well, if Jose Mourinho's looking at him in Fenerbahce, well, he's obviously not all that bad. For me, lads, look at the proof is in the pudding with Illan Meslier. The writing is on the wall. For me, 2 poor seasons back to back in the Championship, and can we really afford to take that gamble going back into the Premier League? For me, Absolutely not, guys, because if he is our number one at the start of the season and you give him a run of games, 3, 4, 5 games, and there does happen to be another mistake in there, for me, it's just detrimental to the squad. So I think it's, for Illan Meslier's career and for Leeds United, I think it's best that we both part ways, shake hands. Thanks very much, Illan. Thanks for getting us promoted twice out of this division, but you were also part of the relegation. So we let him move on, and he kind of goes with our blessing. And then I think this then opens the door then for Leeds United to look at bringing a goalkeeper in. We spoke about this with Dylan on our live stream and you guys on Monday. Is that I feel personally that Leeds United won't bring a goalkeeper in until the sale of Illan Meslier is done. The reason I think this is because previously when Meslier did look like he was about to leave Leeds United, we brought Carl Darlow in. Meslier had a U-turn down that first season back to the Championship and decided to stay. And I think Leeds United can't afford to do that again. If we do go out, get any goalkeeper, I'm not going to name any, whether it's Ramsdale, Pope or Petrovic or whoever it may be, everyone that we're linked with at the minute. If we bring him in, Illan Meslier is still on our books and decides to do a U-turn, then you have 3 goalkeepers on your books, and I don't think that would be great for Leeds United. So I think we'll do the business, let Illan Meslier get his move him on, and then we look to bring someone in. And again, I think this opens the door then for Leeds United to do that. Couple of dominoes starting to fall. We've seen Burnley then with Max Voice. Potentially then James Trafford is going to be going to Newcastle. That does open the door then for potentially Nick Pope going to Leeds United. No credible links behind that one yet. That's all the links that Leeds United fans are making. So an interesting one to keep an eye on, how the goalkeeper situation as well develops over the next couple of weeks. For me, it's the most important position. We've a lot to do. We still have a lot to do this transfer window, but I think the goalkeeper for me, that's the prime one. So let us know what yours actually is. Let us know what your your most important position is that you think Leeds United do need to fill this summer. For me, it has to be the goalkeeper 100%. But an interesting one to keep an eye on about Illan Meslier, could potentially be out the door for Leeds United. So we'll see how that develops over the next couple of weeks. Let's finish on a little bit of a lighter note as well. Dan James, I've put out a couple of tweets about him. If you follow Only Leeds Bros across our social media, put out a couple of polls about what Leeds United do with Dan James. We heard a couple of weeks ago that negotiations weren't going too well. We know Dan James is running into his last year of his contract. He is out of contract in June 2026. Do Leeds United play with the idea, if Dan James doesn't sign a contract, that we potentially look to offload him this summer to try and get a bit of value for the player? I personally don't want that, but you have to be asking these questions. Or do we keep him potentially and let him run out his contract and then he goes on a free then next summer? Or do Leeds United just nail him down, give him whatever he's looking for, if it's potentially more money or anything like that, nail Dan James down to a contract now so we can go into this season then with a clear head knowing exactly what it's look like. But Baron Cross from The Athletic has said that Leeds United are very close to agreeing a new contract with Dan James. All parties are confident to making the agreement happen, and I do think this is massive for Leeds United. I do think it was on the wall. Dan James, for me, arguably the best player for Leeds United over the last 2 seasons, has been absolutely sensational in the Championship. We know that, and I do think now going back up to the Premier League after doing a stint down in the Championship, he's a lot more experience behind him this time now with Dan James. Last time in the Premier League under Bielsa, he played everywhere and anywhere. He was played as number 9, times as a number 10, and he was never played in his natural position out on that right-hand side. And we know what he can do now under Daniel Farke. He's improved massively under Daniel Farke's end product. His finishing, his cross and assists and goals have came along with that. So it's something that he's worked really hard on under Daniel Farke. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Dan James gets on in the Premier League. He can be a real weapon. So an interesting one as well with this one. Hopefully Leeds United can get this over the line, get it signed and sealed. It'd be great to see Dan James getting his contract renewal, because for me, he totally deserves it. So again, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one goes over the next couple of days. So all the dominoes starting to fall, plenty of news rumbling on around Ellen Road. But that is it for your Wednesday Leeds Latest. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to slap a like on the video. Hit subscribe to the channel. Mind yourselves, mind each other.